Okay, so what next? So since we have one more like different things going on for our letter S over here, so we definitely want to have like similar theme for the other letters. So I'm going to show you some trick to speed up the workflow by using copy and paste. So that will save you some time instead of like resetting all the setup that you've done already in the new letter. Okay, so here we have our letter D, and remember the very important things I showed you guys earlier is the pre-compose. So hold shift to select all the layers for letter D and find pre-compose and rename it something that you will remember. Okay, so same process for the animated letter D. We want to have it 3 different colors, so we command D 3 times and then offset the timing for the layers. Okay, so the first one should be the last one, which is the kind of the garment red that we want. So the middle layer, we will find the effect and preset and apply that like bright red for it. And for the blower is the blue. Okay, instead of, again, try to like find the same color you did earlier for your previous letter, you can simply just find that previous layer you had under here, which has the exact color that you already picked. Come and see the fill effect and find our letter and then copy and paste it. Okay, so that way you can ensure the color you pick is exactly the same with the one you picked before. Okay, so this is kind of the color for our letter D. I need a little more time to finish the loop. Okay, so how about adding the stroke, outer stroke, and the inner stroke for letter D? Okay, so I'm going to show you some trick to make it a little bit faster. Okay, so we can actually just copy the previous layer we had. So Command C to copy S, the stroke for S, and then let's go back to our letter D and paste it. Okay, of course, it didn't match with our letter D, but we can go back to our the outline for our letter D. Okay, and then find the shape we had for letter D. Okay, so let's copy the outer D first. Command C. So by selecting the path, open the list, Command C on the path, and then go back to our D layer, and then again the one we copy from S. Find the same place where we have the path for S, and we can Command V and paste our letter D. It went to some weird place. Don't worry. Let's find the alignment tool and just align it to the center. So cool. Like we just, with very little work, we have the animation we set up earlier in that match our shapes now. Something you might need to kind of modify a little bit is the offset, because it's kind of starting in a weird place, but comparatively it's a pretty easy fix. Just need to modify the offset so it will start wherever you want it to be starting. Okay, so same process. Make sure you rename this. So it's no longer for S, now it's for D, and we also need to copy the inner D for the stroke. So you know the procedure now. So Command D, copying for the D stroke, and then let's go down where we have the outline for D, but this time we copy the inner D. Okay, Command C, go back to let's get here. Sorry, it's kind of a little lost. So D, okay, and here we are, and stroke. Put it here. It's not S anymore, but we haven't renamed it yet. But Command V replaced it, and here we go. Okay, and it actually centered it already, which is great. So we only need to modify the offset. Okay, So we'll make the amount go to -5. Okay, -5. Okay, and same thing if you feel like it's starting off, it's like aligning with the other outer space, which is not that interesting. So we'll make it start from another point, which is like maybe from the top. Okay, so it will start from the top. Okay, so that just make your life pretty easy just by simply finding the previous, copy the previous setup you already had, and you just need to find the path for the shape you wanted for the outline inner shape, and it will just be pretty easy. Okay. Okay, let's finish the work. We still need to add like an inner stroke for our letter D. So again, exactly the same process. We need to find the layer. Okay, over here, let's paste it. And this should be like for letter D, inner stroke. And now it's S. Of course, you can draw it again, but we actually already have the path. I'll just copy the same, like the inner D, or you can use the outer D, it doesn't really matter. I'll just do the inner D and copy it. Okay, go back, find the path for the S, okay, and then Command V to paste it, okay. And use the alignment tool to put it back in the center. And obviously you can see it's a little too small. It needs to be kind of in the center of the D. So, well, you can make it a little bit bigger by finding the transform shape and then scale it a little bit bigger. Like the pivot point is not really aligned, so we'll just have to modify a little bit and then center back in to check. I think it, or just type it. Okay. Okay, so I think 121, where this like here in the middle looks good. And then you can also just selecting the path and then like selecting the point that you want to modify. Oh. Okay. Again, you can double click when you're doing the selection. Double click. Actually, this is much easier than changing this number. Double click on the path. Okay, I'll show you again. When you're selecting the path, okay, when you're selecting the path, double click, and it will show you this kind of transform shape. So that way you can transform the position the way you want, and hit return to exit the transformation, and we have the stroke. Okay, white is a little hard to see, so make it like this. Okay. So same, if you don't want it to the stroke start at the same place where the other place started, all you need to do is find where trim path is, and then just need to modify the offset. So, okay, I'll let it start from the bottom. Okay, so I just have a little more different like dynamic going on with the stroke. Okay, let's see how it looked like with the letter S. Okay, looks good.